Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today we will be looking at how old school lifters increased their overhead press. Marvin Eder once stated that the seat of strength of the upper body lied in the shoulder area, and wasn't he right? For strong shoulders and a strong press will improve one's bench press power overall. In this video we will however be focusing on one of the Iron Game's most legendary lifters of all time, that is Doug Hepburn, and how he trained to smash the world press record. During the early 1950s, Doug Hepburn was regarded as one of the strongest men in the world, a true sensation, as so fantastic was the caliber of his lifts and poundages that he just tossed around that most thought it impossible. Because he had difficulty cleaning the weight as he had not trained specifically on the Olympic lifts, he could only clean and press 345 pounds. However, by 1951, he was already able to press 385 pounds from a squat rack. So what was Doug's secret? Well, since the beginning of his training, he began focusing on developing basic body power through the use of squats and deadlifts. For it was his belief that by developing strength in his hips, thighs, and lower back, this would translate to stronger shoulders and arms and pressing power. He of course wasn't alone in this line of thinking, as the great heavyweight Olympic weightlifter John Davis also shared this same opinion, practicing the deadlift and squat religiously to increase his Olympic lifts. To quote Doug Hepburn, "These exercises give you that basic body power that seems to throw that strength or transfer that strength from an overall basis to a specific area when needed, as in the press." End quote. What Doug of course means is that this basic body power can serve as a foundation which can be translated to heavier pressing. Doug's favorite routine for the training of the squat and deadlift was to perform low reps for many sets with heavy poundage. Doug would use weights that would allow him to squeeze out 3 to 5 reps when training for maximum strength in a pressing routine. To train for the press though, Doug found that 6 to 8 sets of 2 repetitions was his favorite routine. In his opinion and that of John Davis's, 6 to 8 sets of 2 reps was what the best training combination was, as more than 2 reps would put too much strain on the lower back muscles and cause back bending. Both believed in using near limit poundages, which meant extremely heavy weights. Doug Hepburn would organize these 3 exercises then in his weekly schedule, training each exercise on separate days, training only 3 days a week as follows. Day 1, as an example, would be training the overhead press 6 to 8 sets for 2 repetitions. Day 2 would be a rest day. Day 3 would be a training day, training deadlifts for 6 to 8 sets for 3 to 5 repetitions only. Day 4 would again be a rest day. Day 5 a training day, training squat 6 to 8 sets using 3 to 5 reps, and day 6 and 7 resting again, and the cycle repeats. To quote Doug Hepburn, "I will push my training poundages to the limit, and I work on that press with these near limit poundages only 1 day a week. I go stale if I train on the press more frequently. The other 2 training days, I work on the squat and the 2 hands deadlift, utilizing the same principle, low reps and heavy poundages." Doug didn't necessarily recommend this style of training though for beginners. He believed that beginners should train on these exercises using light poundages for 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Doug Hepburn's pressing stance is also interesting to note. He found that by placing the barbell well forward on the chest, he could get a powerful drive from this position. To quote Doug Hepburn again, "There are some lifters who have a press commencing stance in which the barbell is held in close to the base of the neck. It is my contention that a lifter using this style cannot utilize the full power of shoulder and pectoral muscles, which play a major part in the execution of the lift. When I have the weight in pressing position, that is forward on the chest, I do not hesitate. I ram the barbell overhead with everything I have, getting as fierce a drive as possible. To wait too long is to court disaster because the weight of the bar across the clavicles causes pressure on the subclavicular artery and cuts off the supply of blood to the brain." Isn't he right? This is the reason why so many lifters black out. I take a deep breath before I start to press and breathe out as the barbell passes the crown of my head, basically in completion. All in all, my pressing style is patterned as much as possible after the style of the great John Davis. Once I acquire his actual pressing method, I feel my press will increase by at least 20 pounds. End quote. Apart from actual press training, Doug incorporated other exercises to train his shoulders from different angles and give them as much work as possible. He incorporated alternate dumbbell presses, deltoid raises with a barbell, pressing behind the neck, lateral raises with dumbbells, and all types of 1 and 2 arm holdouts. Doug also used the handstand press, as he believed that this exercise alone could give one great pressing strength. Many Olympic champions also use this exercise. For poundage selection, Doug would select a weight about 40 pounds below his training poundage. For example, if using 8 sets of 2 reps with 320, he would warm up with 280 pounds, making 2 reps, then jumping to his training weight of 320 pounds. On his next pressing day, which would be a week later, he would try and add 5 to 10 pounds to his training poundage, and therefore warm up with 285 pounds and then jump to 325 pounds. Doug would use a system of training for pressing, for squats and deadlifts, and also for bench pressing, but found with such extreme intense training, he would go stale within 4 to 6 weeks, after which he would use a bodybuilding routine and then go back to his high intensity, low rep, high set routine, basically cycling 1 month, high intensity training, low reps, high sets, and then bodybuilding for another month, and so on, back and forth. Doug's diet consisted of a whole food diet, drinking lots of milk and fruit juices, as well as eating lots of protein and starches. He would typically eat 4 times a day for maximum energy. Doug would also sleep 10 hours, believing that extended sleeping hours were necessary to enhance recovery when training with such high intensity routines. So that was Doug Hepburn's routine for maximizing pressing power, a combination of hard work and common sense. Doug would use extremely heavy weights to build basic power, using an abbreviated training program and eating a whole food diet with plenty of sleep. Admittedly, this routine was rather rudimentary, and Doug would of course be able to press much heavier weights during his lifting career, claiming a press of 440 pounds off the squat racks. And with these growing achievements, of course, his methods would naturally advance and evolve, and these methods will be discussed in future videos as well. So I do hope you have enjoyed this look at the training method of Doug Hepburn to maximize his pressing power. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so, and leave me your comments. And please click the bell button to be notified of future videos. What do you think of Doug Hepburn's methods? Are they too extreme, or have you used them before yourself? Let me know in the comment section. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. Online training is now available, including my new program, Novice to Classic, a program geared towards beginners and novices looking at developing a classic physique, as well as Classic Cut, geared at those who wish to lose weight and gain muscle fast. Details available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. The complete collection of Doug Hepburn's courses is now available on www.goldenerabookworm.com and is recommended for those looking to increase their numbers in the major lifts. Doug Hepburn was regarded as one of the strongest men of all time, possessing superhuman strength. The collection of books includes titles such as the Deadlift, the Deep Knee Bend or Squat, How I Bench Pressed 500 Pounds, the Olympic Press, the Two Hands Curl, the Doug Hepburn Super Strength course, as well as his course for Strength and Bulk. All courses are now available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. Need a bodybuilding poster for your gym or office? Then check out Ironman Magazine archive.smugmug.com for the highest quality posters on the planet. Scroll through the galleries of all the legends, including greats such as Arnold, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Tom Platz, and Larry Scott, and much, much more, and select your poster now. To support your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/stores/goldenerabookworm for merchandise, including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much, much more. Once again at teespring.com/stores/goldenerabookworm. Become a patron at www.patreon.com/goldenerabookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the golden era of bodybuilding. To take full advantage of my collaborations, use code GEB20 with nspnutrition.com and vincegeronda.com, as well as code bookworm12 at osl.com for a discount at checkout.